Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, as Francis Wood would say, you can be if you give us a call, 434-394-0924. Good morning, everybody. It is your Friday, March the 21st. I'm Chris Wood, and joining me is my cohort, John Staten. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Chris.
How are you doing?
I am here.
That's right. We're together just on Fridays now.
Right.
And how's the week been? Okay.
It's been all right.
It's been all right.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you spend the first day of spring? Yesterday. Here?
With car issues.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the problem?
The problem is we need a new car.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem.
You've had that car for a long time, though.
2015, somewhere in there. So
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, 10 years about as best you can hope for.
Well,
that's how long they're made to last, anyway. It seems.
yeah, it seems like that. The old ones were made much better. I
Yes,
think.
they were. And somebody got smart. We can make more money if we don't make them run so good for so long.
That's true. So car shopping is. Are you going car shopping?
I've already looked at something, and yeah, at some point here pretty soon I'll be doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to, stretch it out. I'm just going to say that this and let's go.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't have time for.
Yeah, well, it's stressful.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing, and it is an investment. You have to put it that way.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, things with my washing machine turned out great, so I'm not worried about that.
So what ended up happening?
I'm getting a new one.
You're getting a new one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you wanted. You wanted a new one.
Yes,
You didn't want them to repair it.
Right.
I remember you saying that.
Right. Yeah. Got a new one. It was under warranty and all that.
Good.
Brand new,
Great.
and things just sort of happened that I didn't expect to happen. So.
Yeah.
But all is well. Thank
great.
goodness. Okay. Let's see here. We've got open lines. It was a very interesting Call Flow radio show yesterday.
What was so interesting? I heard some, but
Well,
I was
we had quite a few callers. And
I was having an issue getting out here, and that's why
Right.
I wasn't able to listen but so much.
That's right.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm sorry about that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I got here.
Yeah, you using another car? Your dad's car, maybe?
The Granny Mobile
The Grady Mobile.
is what we call it. It was my grandmother's car, and my sister and I have kind of split ownership. And
Oh, okay.
So when one
Comes in handy.
comes in handy when things like these occur.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, so what was interesting about the show?
Oh, I know. One of Noah's buddies, Travis, called
I
in.
heard some of that.
Yeah, and Noah's over there shaking his
He was
head.
going to Virginia Beach or something like that.
Yeah, he was going to Virginia Beach. So, but
They didn't
that
invite
was
Noah
good.
to go.
I don't know. I don't know. They
Can
were
you see Noah
leaving
on the
that day,
beach?
but Noah was working.
He
so.
looked like he would wear that same black coat and the stocking cap like the Gordon's fisherman and just walk around a lot.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't think he'd be laying out and getting a suntan or
I
anything
know.
like
I lay odds this is Henry calling.
that. Probably.
All right, let's check it out. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Well, good morning.
All right. How are you, Henry?
I'm all right.
Well, that's good. It's good to hear from you.
Which means when I'm all right, there's not much left.
Oh, okay.
But
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been right busy. Busier than a one-legged man at a kicking contest.
I was wondering how you were going to word that one.
I did too. That just came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, like the one-armed man, the church was losing a lot of money, and they couldn't figure out where it was going. But finally, they solved the problem. They got a one-armed man to take up collection.
Okay. That's a good idea.
He did it single-handedly.
You did it single-handedly. That's right.
Tax time is here, and a while back, several years ago, there was a man that got in big trouble with the tax department because somebody figured out what it really meant. He claimed on his taxes that he was supporting the family of the unknown soldier.
That's funny. I just got that. That's funny. That's really good. Clever.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you hear about the thief? He was so musical that he could pick pockets.
Really?
He was musical.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. The guy went in his bathroom one day, and there was a bird sitting on his commode, and it turned out to be a stool pigeon.
That's pretty corny.
Potty humor.
Potty
That
humor.
is
That's
corny.
potty humor. Yes.
Yeah. There was two school teachers. These two ladies retired. They were friends, and they bought a farm. And on the farm they had some cattle, but they did not have a bull. So one of them told the other one, said, "I'm going into the city, and I'm going to I'll go by the stock market and see if I can buy us a bull. And if I find one, I'll call you, and you can bring the truck up to the stock market and pick up the bull." So anyway, she goes and she paid $499 for the bull.
Mm-hmm.
She only had $1 left. So she goes to the telegraph office and asks them, how much does it cost to send a message? And they said $1 per word. She says, "Well, I only have $1. And the guy said, "Well, there's no need of you trying then. Forget about it." And she said, "Wait a minute. My friend that I want you to notify is a retired school teacher, English teacher. She taught English. So send one word to this address." And he said, "All right, what word do you want to send?" And she said, "Comfortable." And he said, "Well, that doesn't make sense." And she said, "Well, you just send it, and my English teacher friend will understand." So he sent the word, and the guy sitting there, "Tell me how she'll understand that." And the lady said she will read it phonetically, and it'll go like, "Come for the bull."
Yeah, I had heard that before, but I had forgotten what the word was. That's
I
cute.
know. I had told that one before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here on Call Flow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Well, I had some serious stuff. I mentioned the other day that I had bed sores,
Yes.
and they're coming to check me today.
Mm-hmm.
And I've asked everybody, not just you, but all the listeners, to pray,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to get in a situation of having to go back to the hospital and
Right.
all that when the great physician is on duty 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking all the listeners to pray that the Lord will get rid of the bed sores,
Mm-hmm.
As He can do in just an instant,
Right.
as I've seen Him do so many times. So if you will pray that, I believe God will honor those prayers, and that hopefully on Monday I'll be able to tell you some good news
Hopefully
right
so.
here on Call Flow.
All right.
So I appreciate that.
That's great.
All right. I don't know how many of you remember Bob Humphreys. he was a Major League Baseball pitcher, and he pitched for the St. Louis Cardinals. We saw him pitch in the World Series. He was on TV, and he was a relief pitcher. And later on, he was the baseball coach at Bob Jones University. And that was a Christian university. And then later, he was a coach in the Midwest. Well, later on, he was a coach at Hampden-Sydney, baseball coach. And he and his wife attended Heritage Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
And he would come to see Al Smith at the station, and he would always come over and talk to me because he was a big country music fan, he and his wife. So one Sunday I sat with him before the service. She told me they'd had a bad experience at a church in the Midwest, and there was a song that really ministered to her. So she asked me if I would play it tomorrow morning, around 5:15. And I said, I'll do it if I can find it. So next morning, I went in the back door around 3:30 a.m. as usual. In that room were probably 10 or 15,000 45 RPM records. And Chris, you can remember that when that whole wall was full of 45s.
Yes, I can.
But none of the country ones were, categorized. I would just shove them in,
Mm-hmm.
And I had no way of knowing what was where. So I went in. None of them filed in any order. And so I said, Lord, if it's important that she hears that, I'll just walk up, reach up, pull out one record, and that'll be the one. So I walked over, blindly reached up, pulled out one record, and that was it.
Wow.
And I played it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it had to be. I don't remember why she wanted to hear it. I don't remember the name of the song nor who sang it, but it was the one that she had asked for. So the Lord wanted her to hear that song.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to share that.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Henry. And we will pray for
Okay.
you for your... Yes, I prayed for you last night. I'll pray for you throughout the weekend as well.
I thank you, and I thank all the radio listeners. And you see, the Lord can use this to strengthen your faith
Mm-hmm.
and strengthen your prayer life, you folks listening. If you pray that God touch me and give me a healing,
All right.
and I'll let you know whether He answered your prayer or not.
All right.
Early next week.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, my number is 414-0096. If anybody, wants us to pray for them or just talk with them or whatever.
All right. Sounds great.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye. All right. That was Henry. Giving us a nice story and some wonderful one-liners. All right. That's 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. We have open lines at 434-394-0924. All right. Want to do a little history lesson?
Okay.
Featured event in 1963, the U.S. federal prison on San Francisco Bay's Alcatraz Island, which had held some of the most dangerous civilian prisoners, including Al Capone, Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz, was closed this day in 1963. Alcatraz. Wow.
And then they gave tours there for a while.
They did.
I don't know if they
They
still
did.
do that or not, but
I bet that was hauntingly interesting.
yeah.
All right. On this date in 2017, Irish politician Martin McGuinness, who is a member of Sinn Féin, the political wing of the Irish Republican Army, played an influential role in negotiating the Good Friday Agreement. It was the Belfast Agreement of 1998. Anyway, he died on this date at the age of 66. Let's see. In 2006, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey sent the first public tweet, which read, "Just setting up my Twitter." 1990, after 106 years of German and South African rule, Namibia became independent. And let's see. 1980, in one of the most famous cliffhangers in American television, season 3 of Dallas, ended with the shooting of J.R. Ewing, played by Larry Hagman. The phrase, "Who shot J.R.?" entered the lexicon of American popular culture. And we had parties, on the last episode, found out who shot J.R.
There's a girlfriend of his
Yes,
or something.
yeah. I can't remember the actress's name right now, but anyway, maybe somebody out there knows. Anyway, 1980, U.S. President Jimmy Carter announced that the United States was boycotting the Summer Olympics in Moscow to protest the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. 1965, American civil rights activists, led by Martin Luther King Jr., began a protest march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. 1960, about 70 black African demonstrators were killed by police in Sharpeville, Gauteng province during a protest against South Africa's pass laws. 1925, the Butler Act, which allowed the teaching of evolution in Tennessee schools, was signed into law. The legislation was at the center of the Scopes trial, and it was not repealed until 1967. On this date, in 1918, the Second Battle of the Somme began during World War I. In 1880, German painter Hans Hofmann, an influential art teacher and a pioneer in the use of improvisatory techniques, whose work paved the way for American painters to develop abstract expression, was born. And that's about it.
Okay.
Yep. So we hope that you can retain some of that.
We'll be testing later.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be testing later. Yeah, well, I'll probably fail.
Me too.
All right. What you got over there, John?
I got a corny story.
A corny story,
Yeah.
okay.
Truck crash spills corn on Virginia highway.
That's pretty corny.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Where at in Virginia? Let's see. A semi-truck crash on a Virginia highway runaway truck ramp. It caused the roadway to become covered in loose corn kernels. Albemarle is where this happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Around Charlottesville.
Yep, but it's coming from UPI. Albemarle County Police Department said on social media that officers responded alongside Albemarle County Fire Rescue about 10:25. This would have been Wednesday morning, on a report of a crashed semi on the Rockfish Gap Turnpike. And while there is no impact to the travel lanes at this time, the crash has resulted in corn debris across the roadway, police said. Police included a photo of the wreckage surrounded by corn. Motorists should be aware that the scattered corn may affect wildlife in the area. Yeah, it'll affect the deer because they're going to want to eat it, right?
All right. Absolutely.
Please drive with caution and stay alert for any animals that may be crossing the road.
Glad it wasn't a hot day, a very hot day that had popcorn on the road.
But anyway,
Okay.
that's that wonderful story. I got another one about an ice chunk that crashed through a Florida roof. Was not from a plane.
Okay.
So I guess sometimes ice could maybe accumulate
On a wing,
maybe, or
right.
something like that. But they're saying that this is not the case. It's in Florida. Let's see. Florida Aviation Administration said a mysterious ice chunk that crashed through the roof of a Florida home, and this is back in February, did not come from an airplane. And the FAA was notified when the large piece of ice fell into the Palm Coast home. Let's see. It's determined the 6-foot by 3-foot ice chunk did not fall from a plane. Yeah, we're getting to that. What did it fall from then? Let's see. I'm waiting.
You have to wait till the last
Inspections
sentence.
of those aircraft did not find evidence of water leaks that could have caused ice to form on the outside of the aircraft. No further details were provided by the FAA. The ice chunk's origins remain a mystery.
Ooh,
So there is no reveal at the end.
okay.
So there you go.
This is a do story.
Could have been worse. It could have been something else that comes from a plane.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not ice at all.
I know. This comes out of Wellington, New Zealand. This is
Okay.
from the AP as well. A veiled woman burst screaming from an elevator. Small crowd gathered in a basement corridor of New Zealand's parliament drew back nervously. Their guide, wearing a trailing white gown, smiled sweetly. "You're welcome to take the elevator," she said. Nobody did. Mysterious deaths, unexplained noises, and late-night apparitions are not the usual fodder of daily tours offered at the Parliament buildings in Wellington. After hours on Thursday, however, guides donned Victorian-era garb to regale visitors with the precinct's less savory history, mostly factual tales of real-world tragedy and paranormal lore that have grown established among political staffers through the decades of colorful retelling. So this was all kind of staged. The history of Parliament's stately Gothic library is particularly rich in woe, constructed in the late 19th century and feared by some of Parliament's night shift security guards and cleaners. It has survived 2 fires, a flood, and being overrun by feral cats. Yes. And this is your last chance to back out. Lisa Brand, her face dripping with fake blood, told the group who had arrived for Thursday's tour, a recent initiative and one embraced by the visitors center staff with gusto. Walking through a cavernous parliamentary atrium, the guide let out a hair-raising scream and echoed up to the open windows of the lawmakers' offices. It explained why the so-called spooky tours are reserved for weeks when Parliament is not in session. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're down to the bottom of the hour, so we'll get out of this particular story and get into our weather forecast, which is brought to you today by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, your forecast for Southside and Central Virginia. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day today. A little cooler than it has been, but we are seeing lots of sunshine with a high around 62 degrees. For tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 37. Saturday, sunny with a high around 70 degrees. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low of 38. For Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 65. Sunday night, we'll see a 40% chance of some showers developing. Look for a low of 53. On Monday, showers likely with a high of 68. Monday night, turning partly cloudy with a low 41. And for Tuesday of next week, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 63 degrees. Outside, our humidity is at 60%. We have barometer that is at 29.93 inches. It's rising just a tad. And our winds are coming in around 5 miles per hour now from the west-southwest. Currently, it's 41 degrees after a low of 39. So we're going to have a bit of a warm up today. How about that rain yesterday? Did you get a storm?
Oh, yeah. No, it rained here.
Oh, my. Yeah, it did. I had been in Scottsville having lunch with my daughter, which was very nice. And when I came back in and was going to do some other business, the sky just opened up. I wonder how much rain we did get, because my rain gauge at home has retired. I'm going to get a plastic rain gauge this time.
What do you have?
I have a glass one, so it breaks or cracks or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, the weather forecast. To get back on the subject here, was brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. All right, it's 8:33. We've got our birthday calendar coming up for the next 3 days because it is Friday. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
All right, I've cued the birthday music,
All right.
and we've got John Staten over here to tell us everybody who's celebrating a birthday or an anniversary. John, take it away.
All right, for today, 21st, it's Susan Worsham. Of course, my nose wants to do this to me when I'm talking. Susan Worsham. We have an anniversary today. Chester and Tammy Blevins having an anniversary today on Friday the 21st. And then we move on to, because I don't think, let me double check here. These multiple lists here. Well, I folded some. Because I think they were all out of date. I think we've gotten past all these. Yes. Okay. So, without further ado, all right. I'm going to do my best on this one. Tyler, it's either Comdath or Kumdath. It's Khomdath.
Comdath.
Comdath.
Uh-huh.
All right. Tyler Comdath. Also, Duke Thomas Lloyd. He's having a birthday tomorrow. Duke. Anyway.
Duke, right.
Yeah, Duke. Yeah. All right. And then on Sunday the 30th, Max Harrison, Kane Ballou, and Linda Atkins, all having birthdays on Sunday, March 30th. And I believe...
Well, Sunday, March 30th. It's not right.
Wait a minute.
This is the 20th. It'll be the 23rd.
I want this month to go away.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't really. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I skipped it. All right. Let me go back. Aaron Dale Bates, Ryan Johnson Ledger, Kyle Redford, Amira Hurley, and we have an anniversary couple on the 23rd, Sheila and Gary Estes.
Estes,
And that now is it. Sorry
Okay.
about the precursor to the 30th.
That's all right.
I just skipped it.
You just jumped.
Well, see, they
jumped
kind of
ahead.
got them jumped.
Yeah. Jumbled.
All jumbled together like
Yeah.
that. And so I just went to the bottom of the page.
Okay, that's all right. How can they get those names to us?
434-392.
394.
I'm sorry, whatever. 0924. Got the wrong glasses on. 0924. That's for reading small print, and this is for just normal vision. I'm having multiple glasses now.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But not really. And otherwise,
Just as long as you don't have multiple personalities.
I think I got that too.
I think you got that. Yeah, as well.
And so you can send them names, birthdays, anniversaries to birthdays at WFLO.net.
Okay. Sounds good. For the right legal advice, folks out there, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC. It's easy to find her. She's located right on Main Street in downtown Farmville. All right. Our lines are open at 434-394-0924. Chris Wood and John Staten keeping you company here on this Friday. Let's get to some celebrity birthdays while we're waiting for more calls to come through. All right. On this date, Timothy Dalton turns 79. And he returned for the second season of 1923. So that's a good thing. I've been watching that. It's a great show. Also, a fun fact for him is he returned for I told you that. He returned for the second season of 1923. Actor Gary Oldman turns 67 today. He has had 3 Oscar nominations, winning for his role in Darkest Hour. So we're going to take a call here.
Okay.
And we'll say, good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning. I don't remember her name, but the person that shot JR was Bing Crosby's daughter, I think.
Yes, Catherine Crosby. I think that's her name. I believe that's what it was.
Hey, Noah Massage, come in here and read this name to the audience.
Noah. Okay.
I bet you didn't
I believe
know,
it was
huh?
Catherine Crosby. I believe that's right. You struck a light bulb
I can
in
picture
my
her
head.
in my head, but I don't know what her name is.
Yeah, I think it is. Thank you for that. How are you today?
Pretty good. I love when John picks on Noah.
I do too, and they pick on each other all the time. And I told him, I said, it must be love. It must be love. You gotta love him.
Even off the air, they pick on each
they
other.
pick on each other. Yeah, they do. It's their way of.
It's not an act.
No, they do. They love and respect each other. They just
Noah
like
handed
to
me
banter.
this name, but I
Let's
don't
see.
know if I'm going to let you read it.
Now wait a minute. I'm not going to read that.
Oh, come on.
No,
Well, it might be legit. I don't know.
I don't think
You
so.
don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, you'd be slitting your own throat if you did that.
Okay.
Okay. All
Remember
right.
Well,
last
I don't
Friday
know.
when Henry was telling Noah jokes and he wasn't even there?
Yeah, I do remember that. He's, sometimes he has to play a guessing game.
It's confusing for all of us.
Hmm.
Sometimes I don't know when I'm on.
Well,
He called. He was like, "I'm going to tell Noah this joke."
Well, obviously he wasn't listening. He just was calling in. So, yeah, Noah's kind of nodding his head with that. But anyway,
People don't.
it's Henry. Mm-hmm. What?
I was joking.
Yeah. Well, Henry lives in Lynchburg, so he probably can't get our signal anyway, unless he's using a smartphone, and I don't think Henry would be using a
on
smartphone.
stream. And I
Or
can't-
stream.
Yeah.
Henry's
Does
pretty
the
old school.
FM signal work in Lynchburg?
Our AM signal?
I highly
No,
doubt
the
it.
FM signal.
Oh, the FM signal
Probably did, yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, the FM signal got
As-
pretty good.
Yeah, well,
50,000 watts.
50,000 watts, you got a powerhouse here in central Virginia that sadly went away. But anyway, we're here, WFLO AM, and I think the powers that be are working on trying to get an FM translator or an FM,
Really?
powers that be, but it's
They're
difficult to
working on
do
that?
that. It's difficult. You have to depend upon the FCC for that, and
Right. Which means government.
yes, which means bureaucracy and paperwork and all that.
Red tape.
Red tape and all that stuff. But anyway, maybe something will fall out of the
But
sky.
we love you, FCC, if you're listening.
I'm not sure they
That's one
even
way to
listen
do
to
it.
AM
I don't think they.
anymore.
I don't think they.
I don't think they listen to FM either.
No, I don't either.
Anyway, just my thoughts. Okay.
It'd be funny if that worked. If y'all got a call tonight, hey, we'll let you have this FM station.
Oh, that would be a miracle.
Oh, really, you have to bid on them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just buy it outright. You have to bid, and other people are allowed to bid, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how it actually goes down
Right.
for the frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
nothing
So then
is guaranteed.
Yeah, and then it wouldn't be WFLO either.
No,
It would be it would be called something else.
it'd be.
WFLO and W whatever.
Which
Yeah.
some stations have that.
Yes, yeah, they do.
I've heard IDs sound like that because they have different
Different frequencies.
Yeah, frequencies. Yeah.
It's interesting how that works. I wouldn't want to get into it, but anyway, it's not for the lack of trying. Let's just put it that way.
No.
So we're still working on that.
So what kind of car are you thinking about getting, John?
Well, I was looking on the
A Tesla?
No, nothing like that. Nah, probably like another SUV, like I have, similar, but maybe a different, maybe GMC as opposed to Ford. Last two vehicles I've had were Fords. Maybe try something different.
Fix or repair daily.
In your,
Yeah, pretty much. I was looking at a
You
Terrain.
probably
I might get a
would.
Terrain or something like that.
Oh, okay.
you'd probably be able to Bluetooth the WFLO live stream in there and listen to it that way.
More than likely, with these new fangled vehicles and all their.
Yeah, all their stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, I like simple.
So do
I like, you turn on a switch for the heat, you get the heat. You turn on a switch for the, cooling, air conditioning or whatever, you get air conditioning. If that type of thing, not how much what a temperature is or what all this other rigmarole. It's just so complicated. There's so many things that can go wrong, With the old cars, if you fixed, you could fix an engine.
Yeah.
Because it was there, but now it's all
It's all
hidden.
computer-based now.
Anyway.
Well, Chris, you said at the beginning that your wash machine is fixed, and
Not-
I told you earlier this week that things were going to get better.
You did. You did. You told me, and I believe that. I have a positive attitude about everything, and it worked out fine. The people worked with me, and I'm totally satisfied.
Well, I told you that was going to happen.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Just have to have a positive attitude, and always this too will pass. Always can work out things if you try and have a positive attitude and are nice about it.
And
So-
then you won at Bridge.
Pardon me? I did.
And then you won at Bridge.
I won at Bridge. You've been listening. That's great. Yes, I did. I won at Bridge, and I had a mahjong experience, which is hard to do. So everything was going good. Was making up for last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it continues over the weekend.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Same to you.
Thank you.
All right. Have you got any plans for this weekend?
I don't think so. I'll be watching March Madness more than likely.
March Madness, right? Basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Who are the teams that are? What's your team?
Well, my team is not in the tournament.
Oh, okay.
Ohio State.
Ohio State?
No, the women's team is.
Well, that's
They're gonna be
good.
playing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I have never really watched the women college basketball, but I understand it's become quite popular, even more so than.
I don't follow it as much either, but they're pretty good, so I follow them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, did you play any
Yeah.
sports in school?
No. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't? Okay. All right. Well, I ran track in school. And
Were you also a cheerleader?
yes, I was a cheerleader. Yep, I was a cheerleader as well. But track was I did play tennis in school as well. So I still play tennis.
You still play tennis, don't you?
Yes, I do. Love the game. So,
Did John ever do any sports?
did you ever do any sports, John?
Not really. I mean, other than when you had gym or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't play officially on a team.
I was a sandlot ball player.
Yeah, I mean, I would play
Softball
like
and
backyard
baseball
football
and
and baseball,
Yeah.
Stuff like that, but not for the school or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon, Chris might be able to start playing tennis because it's getting warmer.
she's saying you'll be able to play tennis when it gets warmer, but you play even
I
when
play.
it's cold.
Oh, listen, these ladies I play with are, they are something else. They are go-getters, and they are competitive. And if it calls for snow, and there are no flakes falling, we're out there, all bundled up, playing tennis.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it is. Yeah, but as long as it's above 32 degrees, they're going to be out there.
Oh,
It's crazy, isn't it? But I guess I'm just as crazy as they are because I get out there. I love to play. Yeah, we play pretty much year-round. Well, of course, weather permitting. If it's down in the teens, we're not going to play. It's too cold, so, yeah. This is true. This is true. I'm not exaggerating at all. Do what?
32 degrees and y'all are playing tennis.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. They want to play. Of course, it's later on in the mornings when it gets just a little bit warmer, but.
Right.
And in the summertime, when it's getting hot, we're out there playing at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Before it gets real hot.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
It does.
You go out and play around the tennis and then come in and host call flow.
That's right. I got those call flow. Just in time. No. No, it's it's a fun game. It keeps us grounded, and it's the fun. The ladies are fun to play with, and I enjoy it. So it's good exercise.
Now, does the grunting help with tennis?
I can't hear you.
Does the grunting help?
Grunting? I don't
Yeah.
do much of that. I might grunt if I serve, put a little extra oomph on my serve, but I don't know. They say it helps with your breathing and stuff like that. I have no idea. I don't particularly care for the grunters that play, but or not really but the screamers. The screamers are the ones that really get on my nerves.
You mean like John McEnroe?
Yeah, and I don't know. You know, some of
He
the
was my favorite.
John McEnroe.
Yeah.
He would be your favorite.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's right. What do you mean? It's right inside. What are you talking about? Always yelling at the judge. Always.
always. Yeah. These days he'd get fined.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to find all kinds of ways to make money. But anyway,
So do the weather report one day in the John McEnroe voice.
Just be real agitated, okay? Mostly sunny. What's that?
you do a good John McEnroe.
Oh, well, I used to watch him quite a bit.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you like to watch tennis.
I used to watch it a lot. I haven't. I kind of gotten away from it, but I used
Roger
to.
Federer. And,
Yeah, I used to watch some of the French Open, Wimbledon. Used to watch-
Agassi,
Oh yeah, Agassi. I remember that. He was a
Nadal,
big deal.
Rafa Nadal.
Yeah.
Those were all my favorites. Yeah.
Pete Sampras.
Yeah.
People like that.
Now, nowadays, you have a hard time pronouncing their names.
Yeah. We go down to these.
Anyway,
Djokovic. I remember when I was like, "How do you say that name?" And then I kept listening to how they say it.
Novak Djokovic.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Djokovic.
Djokovic.
I
It's
was
Djokovic.
I was joking about
Yes,
the Djokovic.
yeah, he's not one of my favorite players. But, we each have our own. So anyway, who's your favorite tennis player?
I don't remember having one.
He doesn't have one, I don't think.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
thanks for calling in.
is the sun shining over there in Hanover County?
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. And get out there and enjoy your day, okay? Enjoy your weekend, too.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
He's a nice guy. hasn't he?
Yes.
Really.
Noah refers to him
Good
as
question.
Potato Man.
Potato Man.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I wonder why.
I don't know.
Well, okay. We have open lines again. It's almost 8:52, and the number 434-394-0924. So what you going to do for the weekend?
Going to see the Snow White film.
Oh, is that coming out?
It Yeah, it comes out.
The remake?
Yes.
Is
the
that
live action?
Oh,
Somewhat live action because the dwarves are CGI.
that's right. That's right.
They originally weren't going to be. They weren't going to be dwarves at all. They were going to be actual,
Regular people.
yeah, regular heighted people, whatever you want to call it, normal. Yeah, and I guess they got some backlash on that, or I don't know what the studio heads maybe didn't know. I don't know, but so they ended up going with CGI for the dwarves.
Oh, okay.
But they're not prominent in this, supposedly. It's supposed to be mostly focused on just Snow White.
Just Snow White. Okay. Well, I have to remember that. I forgot that was coming
It's
on.
got a lot
so.
of controversy, and if you look on things where they're reviewing it and all this other stuff, but because the actress has sort of gone out of her way to say some things and all this other stuff.
Oh, she's out of context, right? Out of content, out of...
Let's just say she leans a certain way and has no issues in saying that. Now she's backtracking and trying to salvage it so people will actually come see the movie.
Well, people will actually go see the movie just because of that.
Maybe so, yeah.
Yeah, their
There is
curiosity.
that.
Yeah.
There is that.
Yeah.
I think Gal Gadot is the evil queen. And so
Well, I
some
like
people are
this.
making jokes about, in the story, the queen is supposed to be jealous of Snow White's beauty.
Right.
And a lot of people are saying, why would Gal Gadot be jealous of the actress that's playing Snow White? And in other words, they're saying Gal Gadot is just as pretty, if not prettier,
Then Snow White.
than the actress playing
Yeah.
Snow White.
Boy, they get nitty-picky, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, well. Yeah, good. I'll put that down on my list of things to do for the weekend, maybe.
All right.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. All right, it's 8:54. And let's see what the temperature is outside right now. Temperature is 42 degrees under lots of sunshine. It's an absolutely beautiful day. All the forsythia and the red buds starting to come out. The drive up to Scottsville yesterday was absolutely beautiful. All the Bradford pears and the fruit trees are in bloom. It just really is a great sight to see. Makes you feel good. So get out there and take a little drive and see what's going on. Do you know that you can eat red bud blossoms?
Okay.
You can eat them. They're full of antioxidants.
Okay.
So, if you have a red bud tree around, they call them scrap trees, but they were my dad's favorite trees.
Okay.
And they're not really red. They're kind of a purplish color, pinkish color. But anyway, they're delicious on salads and stuff like that.
Right.
Or you can make a tea out of it.
Okay.
Or, there's some other recipes for red bud blossoms that you can find online, as a matter of fact.
So you've had it these various ways you're talking
Yeah,
about?
and you can just eat them right off the tree. They taste sweet. They have a sweet taste to them.
Okay.
But, that's fun. It's fun to get all those antioxidants totally from nature. Right. All right, it's 8:55, and let's get back to birthdays since we don't have any calls coming in.
All right.
Told you that Gary Oldman turned 67.
Yes.
And he won an Oscar for his role in Darkest Hour. Now, let's see what we've got. Actor Matthew Broderick.
Ferris Bueller.
Yes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He turned 63 today. And let's see what his fun fact is. He recently appeared in an episode of Elizabeth. So that's a pretty popular show right there. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell turns 63 today. She and actress Bridget Moynihan are third cousins. If you wanted anything that you wanted to know about there. Actress Sonequa Martin Green turns 40. And she appeared in a pair of episodes on New Girl early in her career. Oh, Scott Eastwood. Clint's son?
Yeah, the one that looks like him.
Yes, he turns 39 today.
He looks like me, but he's not me.
Oh, he is so good looking. He's got that rugged look like Clint. Anyway, his middle name is Clinton.
Okay.
So I think he's turning 39.
Supposedly, I heard
today.
a story where he was with a girlfriend or something, and his dad was with them at dinner or something. And Clint, the original, basically leaned in and said something to her like,
Why you want to be with him when you can have the real thing?
I always thought that was funny.
Yeah. All right. Actor Catherine Widows of As the World Turns is 86 today.
Is it still turning, or is that show gone off?
I think it's gone on,
Okay.
but I'm not, might be in syndicate. I don't know.
I don't know.
Singer guitarist Keith Potger of The Seekers is 84. Actor Marie Christine Baralt is 81. Singer keyboardist Rose Stone of Sly and the Family Stone turns 80 today. Singer guitarist Ray Dorset of Mungo Jerry is 79. Singer guitarist Roger Hodgson.
Hanthel?
I don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't either.
Hodgson. I don't know.
Hansel and
Supertramp.
Gretel.
Anyway, he's from Supertramp.
Okay.
He turns 75. Bassist Conrad Lozano of Los Lobos is 74. Singer Russell Tompkins Jr. of the Stylistics. I played a song by them earlier this week.
Okay.
Is 74 today. Comedian Brad Hall of Saturday Night Live is 67.
I want to say he's married to Elaine from Seinfeld in real life.
Oh, really?
Julia
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes. I believe because they were both on SNL about the same time.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
That's interesting to know. Actor Sabrina LaBeouf of The Cosby Show, 67. Actor Cassie DePaiva of Days of Our Lives, I know that's still on, at 64. Actor Cynthia Gary of Northern Exposure is 60. Used to love that show. Musician DJ Premier of Gangstar is 59. Keyboardist Jonas Joker Berggren of Ace of Base is 58. And musician Maxim of Prodigy is 58 years old today. So that's about as far as we're going to go with that. All right. We've talked ourselves up to the top of the hour. Can you believe that?
I do.
Okay.
Looking right
Well,
at it.
that's right. It's 9 o'clock. We're out of here. Thanks so much for your calls, folks, and for listening. We appreciate
Farting
you.
House having a birthday. We failed to mention that one, but we got it out the way.
Who?
Anita Farting House. We got it taken care of.
You crazy guy. Anyway, everybody have a great weekend as well. Take care.